Lesson 9, Simple Machines. Student, first of all we have to do this in science book. Shown below are images of some objects. Identify the objects and write any one function that is performed using them in the table that follows. One has been done for you. A, B, C, this is D, E, F, G. Object, name of the object, function of the object. A, scissors, cutting. B, axe, cutting. C, knife, chopping. D, tongs, grips. E, screw, fitting the object. F, nail cutter, trimming. G, screwdriver, fitting. Student, you have to fill this in your science book. Now we have to understand about machines. Anything that makes our work easier is called a machine. Anything that makes our work easy or easier, that is we called a machine. For example, if you tear a paper with your hands, it is difficult to cut it in exact dimensions and the edges of the torn paper are also rough. On the other hand, when we use a pair of scissors, it is easy to cut the same paper and we also get clean edges. Thus, we can say that a pair of scissors is an example of a machine. Advantages of machine. Machines make our work easier. Student, we know that machine help us and it make our work easy. So, and also reduce the time taken to do the work and reduce effort to perform a task. So, there are lots of advantages of machines we have. Now, types of machines. Machines are mainly of two types, that is simple machines and complex machine. There are two types of machines. First is simple machine and second is complex machine. The machine with few moving parts are called simple machine. For example, a needle, a screw. These are simple machines examples. The machines made up of two or more simple machines are called complex machine. For example, swing machine. This is swing machine is a complex machine. Student, now we have to complete checkpoint of this chapter. Sort the following into simple and complex machines by writing S for simple machine and C for the complex machine in the given boxes. Hammer, you have to write S. Simple machine, S. You have to write S. Ramp, you have to write S. Fan, you have to write C. Complex machine, so fan is complex machine, so you have to write C. Swing machine, you have to write C. Scissors, you have to write S. Mixer, you have to write C. Clock, you have to write C. Needle, you have to write S. Stapler, you have to write C. Now, today we have to also understand about types of simple machines. Simple machines are of the following 6 types: lever, inclined plane, screw, wedge, pulley, wheel and axle. Let us learn about each of them one by one. First of all, we have to understand about lever. Lever is a simple machine that helps us to move or lift a heavy object by using less effort, less force. Lever is a type of simple machine which helps us to move or lift heavy object by using less force. If you want to move a heavy rock like one shown in the image, this is the image. It is impossible to move it as such. However, if we use a long rod and a small rock for support, the heavy rock can be moved. In this example, the rod, the small rock and the heavy rock together act as a lever. lever is made up of the following three parts: fulcrum, load, effort. Fulcrum, the fulcrum acts as a support. It is the fixed point around which the rod moves. Fulcrum means base. So it is act as a support and it is fixed point around which the rod moves. Load, the load is the object on which the force is applied. And effort, the effort is the force applied to do the work. The distance between the effort and the fulcrum is the effort arm, and the distance between the fulcrum and the load is the load arm. This is effort, this is fulcrum, this is load. This is effort arm, this is load arm. Now activity 1 we have to understand. Aim to make a lever and demonstrate its working. Material required: 12 wooden ruler, a rubber band, 3 pencils and a tape. Procedure: wrap the rubber band around the 3 pencils taken together. Take the ruler and rest it above the pencils at the 6th mark. Now place a heavy book at any one end of the ruler and try to lift it by applying force on the other end. Observation: the above lever is made up of three parts. The pencil acts as fulcrum, the book acts as the load, and the force applied on the other free end of the ruler acts as the effort. Conclusion: the book could be lifted easily using the ruler along with the 3 pencils as fulcrum. This combination acts as the lever. Now we have to understand about types of lever. According to the relative position of the three parts, fulcrum, effort and the load levers are classified as first, second and third class levers. First class lever. First of all, we have to understand about first class lever. Lever in which the fulcrum is located between the load and the effort is called the first class lever. First class lever change the direction of the applied force. Examples are seesaw, crowbar, a pair of scissors or pliers. This is first class lever. This is fulcrum, this is load, this is effort. And these tools are examples of first class lever. This is crowbar and this is pliers. This is example of first class lever. Now we have to understand about second class lever. Lever in which the load is between the fulcrum and the effort is called the second class lever. It does not change the direction of the applied force. Examples of such levers are wheelbarrow, nutcracker, bottle opener and nail clipper. This is second class lever. In this, fulcrum is here, this is load and this is effort. And these are two examples of second class lever. This is nutcracker and this is bottle opener. This is example of second class lever. Now we have to understand about third class lever. Lever in which the effort is applied between the fulcrum and the load is called third class lever. Examples are a shovel, a pair of tongs, human legs, arms, tweezers and a fishing rod. In third class lever, here is fulcrum, this is effort and this is load. And these tools are examples of third class lever. This is human arm, this is fishing rod. These two are examples of third class lever. How much the applied force is reduced by using a lever depends on the length of the effort and the load arm. Longer the effort arm, more load it can lift.